It's been about a week and a half since I completed my 7-day silent retreat at Vipassana Meditation Center in Koh Samui, Thailand. And this video will be about me sharing my experience there. The main practices of meditation we did included Anapanasati and Vipassana meditation. Anapanasati is a breathing concentration meditation, and Vipassana is an open awareness insight meditation. So the idea is you use the breathing meditation, Anapanasati, to calm your nervous system, calm your mind, and then once your body is relaxed enough and your mind is relaxed enough, then you switch to Vipassana, the open awareness practice. You are open to your moment-to-moment conscious awareness. It is also called insight meditation because during these open awareness practices, it is thought that you might have insight during these moments when you're just letting everything come to you openly. Before I describe the daily schedule, I will talk a bit about the retreat setting. The retreat was in a beautiful, lush, green setting. I wish I had more videos and pictures to show, but I was in a bit of a rush on my last morning because I had a flight to catch. So unfortunately, I do not have many videos to show. This was located in Koh Samui, which is an island in southern Thailand, but it was on top of a small mountain. So at certain points of the center, you could see the ocean. And because we were on top of a mountain, it was a little bit cooler, which was nice because we had no AC at the center. There were fans in the meditation hall and in the dining hall, but our rooms in our dorm actually had no fans at all, but surprisingly it did get cool enough for it to be comfortable at night without the fans. Here are some clips I took of the female dormitory. Men and female are separated because the opposite sex is supposedly a distraction to our practice. In the dorms, we each had a private room, and there was a large shared bathroom in the basement. In the rooms, there was a wooden platform to sleep on, and there was a bamboo mat to kind of use as a mattress. Honestly, I didn't mind the hard surface to sleep on, but the wooden pillow was something else. It was actually, if you sleep on your back, the wooden pillow isn't so bad. But I'm a side and a stomach sleeper, so after the first couple nights, I just took an extra meditation pillow to use as my sleeping pillow. We were not allowed phones during the whole retreat or any kind of entertainment, really. They did, however, give us a book about Vipassana, I think on day 2 that we could read. Our daily schedule went something like this. We woke up at 4:30 a.m. by this loud bell that they hit. And we start a morning reading and sitting meditation at 5 to 5:45, and then this is followed by a light yoga practice until 7, and then we had half an hour more of sitting meditation, which was followed by breakfast. Now, all of the meals served were vegetarian, and there were just classic Thai dishes, so like stir-fried vegetables and tofu, or like a curry. No coffee was allowed, but there was tea and cocoa, which was nice. And so after breakfast, we did have some free time to shower, read, do laundry, but we also have to do chores. So at the beginning of the retreat, everyone picks a chore. My chore was to sweep the dining hall, but other chores were things like raking the leaves outside or cleaning the toilets even. Free time we had until 9:30 a.m., where then we returned to the meditation hall to do a Dhamma talk, which is a talk about Buddhism. And so these talks would normally last around 15 minutes, so the remainder of the 45-minute period was spent doing a sitting meditation, and then that changed to a walking meditation. and then again another sitting meditation until lunch, which started at 11:45. So lunch was our last meal of the day, followed by more free time until 2 p.m. And so at 2 p.m. there was another Dhamma talk, which was followed by sitting meditation, walking meditation, sitting meditation, walking meditation, and then finally we had a loving kindness meditation for half an hour. Normally in the retreat plan there's also chanting with the loving kindness meditation, but the chanting instructor wasn't here this month, so we skipped that. And so our tea time, our evening tea time, started a bit early at 5:30 p.m. where we were allowed to have tea, cocoa, and they did serve us bananas, but again, there's no dinner served. Following tea time again, there was free time until 7:30, which then we returned to the meditation hall, and there was an hour and a half of meditation, but we could work at our own rhythm. So we could decide, okay, I'm gonna do sitting meditation, walking meditation, standing meditation. There was no instruction really. So this was our time to decide what type of meditation we wanted to do exactly. Then it's 9 p.m. and bedtime. This schedule might seem a little crazy. I mean, it is about 8 hours of meditation a day, which is quite insane, or compared to the usual lifestyle. But actually, surprisingly, I had a much easier time than I expected. They talk about how the first couple days, 3 or 4 days, are the most challenging, and there can be a lot of suffering during those days. And then after, you're in bliss, you've achieved that prime meditation state. But to be honest, I was never really suffering much throughout the retreat. I think the first day was a bit challenging, but after the first day, I was quite in the rhythm of it. And maybe that's because I have been actively meditating for about 5 years now, so, I'm not a beginner, so maybe that's why it was easier for me. I'm quite good with routines as well, which is kind of what the whole retreat was, the same thing every day. What did I learn? Did I have a life-changing experience? I learned a lot about the meditation practice, obviously, and about my inner psyche. But I'd say the biggest thing I gained was a deeper understanding of the Buddhist notion that attachment is what leads to suffering. And I already knew this was the case, but I feel that I understand it more intimately now. I guess spending a week detached from society, from the expectations I had of the world, the expectations I had of myself, I came to realize how peaceful and content I was with just the attention to my moment-to-moment consciousness. Even throughout the negative emotions I experienced, there was still peace with the knowledge of knowing that these emotions are fleeting. Everything will pass, really. Our emotions are so labile. You don't have to attach to them because they're going to change all the time. Even just the other day for me, I was feeling really positive and in a good mood, and then all of a sudden I just felt really sad. Our emotions are weird like that. So we don't have to attach to them because they're always changing. So it's not really of use to attach to them. It's not going to benefit you. It's probably just going to harm you by dwelling on your circumstance. In society, you can't live 100% in the present moment. You need to learn from your past so you don't make the same mistakes. You need to plan about the future, so you need a job to make money and survive in this world. And also, I think that you need some level of attachment for meaningful relationships. Regardless, I think we all can better acknowledge how attachments to the past, to the future, affects our suffering and frustrates us and causes us more suffering than is necessary. Change is a slow process. I think if I take what I've learned from this retreat and apply it to my life, then certainly this retreat can be life-changing. But I can't say I feel like a new changed person following this retreat, which I know is kind of the stereotype, cliche response to a retreat. I really recommend it if you take an interest in meditation and Buddhism already. It is quite an intensive practice, so I do think you need to have some solid commitment before you decide to do this. Nonetheless, I actually did an advanced course. There are beginner courses, shorter courses, weekend courses that might be more suitable for you if you are not already an active meditator. You just need the motivation though, because it's difficult, and people leave early, which is fine, but ideally you want to sit with the discomfort and make it to the end so that you can really experience the benefits that come with just allowing the time and the emotions to pass. The Vipassana meditation retreats tend to be free. This one was free as well. They go by donation, and so they are affordable, and you can pay what you think it is worth. I hope you enjoyed learning about my experience. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. The next video is going to be quite fun. I'm going to go to 7-Eleven with my friend. 7-Eleven is a big staple here in Thailand, and we are going to try a bunch of different snacks here in Thailand and film that. So next video will be a fun one. Thank you for your support, and sawadee ka. Thank you.